Hello everyone, welcome to Dice Commando. Today we're bringing you the first of 3 games from Gongai Games in Portland, Oregon. On the left we have Amy with her Plo Padawans, and on the right we have James with his Boba Phasma build. I'm excited that we get to bring you James today because he's got a very unique build on his Boba Phasma. It's very fast, very lethal. So both players have already done their mulligans. They're drawing their first cards now, and we should be rolling in shortly. So it looks like Amy has a Hone Skills, a Vibro Knife, a Ancient Lightsaber, Force Misdirection, and a Lightsaber Pull. With the roll-in, James got a whopping 1, and Amy got at least 2. We can't see that last die, but either way, it is Amy's option. I'm sure she will take her battlefield as 1, it doesn't benefit James at all, and 2, Emperor's Throne Room with Boba Phasma is very bad, very nasty. So I'm sure she'll take her battlefield, which she does. James gets the 2 shields. Let's see who he puts them on. Goes 1 apiece, generally a smart move. And let's get started. So play does go to Amy. So she's got plenty of weapons for her Padawans. Let's see how she plays it out. Still can't see James' hand. So it looks like Amy's going to open with a weapon. She's pulling that Vibro out, so she is. She's going to drop the Vibro on the Padawan for 1, which does give her ambush. And with that ambush, she's going to drop the heirloom on Plo. So she just put down 4 cost of weapon for $1. Not a bad deal. That's what that deck does. James spins 2 for a hidden, no shields to remove. With his ambush action, he will roll in Phasma. Gives it a heck of a shake, and we come in with a blank, a special on Phasma, and a disrupt on the hidden. Amy will roll in her Padawan with a blank and a focus. Padawan focus is really good. Here comes Boba with $1 and a disrupt. So James has not seen what he wanted to right away, but he's got plenty of cards for rerolls. So Amy can lightsaber pull here and put another weapon on a Padawan if she so chooses. But she brings in Master Plo, who rolls $1, $1, and a melee. James pitches a reroll. He leaves $1 out there, indicating he's probably got a bait and switch. And he rolls into the 2 melee on Boba, but then 2 additional blanks. So Amy can force misdirect that 2 melee. I suppose she can also force misdirect the $1, but may as well make James blow his card. Amy's thinking, and she does. So she force misdirects. Looks like she wants to force misdirect the blanks. However, force misdirection only works with a blue die, so she needs to select a target, either the melee on Plo or the $1 on Plo or the ancient. Still taking away that. Obviously, you want to blow out as many dice as you can, but taking away that Boba die for $1 is not the end of the world. So it looks like that's what she's going to do. She's going to remove the Boba die to save 2. She goes down to $0. James pitches a hidden to re-roll. Again, leaves that resource out there, and he rolls pretty well. So if he does have bait and switch, that's 9 damage this turn, assuming he goes after Plo. Either way, it's a lot of damage. So here comes in the other Padawan with a blank. So James does. He has bait and switch into the Boba gun, and he's going to put 6 into, looks like Plo. 6 right into Plo, which makes sense because now he can resolve for the extra dollar, or sorry, for the extra damage on Phasma. So Amy drops her own skills to re-roll. And she rolls really, really well. Wow. So she gets a 1 melee on the Vibro Knife. She gets the +3 on the Ancient. She gets a 2 on the unloaded Padawan, and she gets a shield on Plo, but she has that focus. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So wow, they each hit for 9 this first round. That's pretty crazy. However, James, let's see, he's got 1 card left, so he could potentially doubt here. Oh, but he hits for 3, so he must not have anything he can do. Amy, it is Amy's action, so she's going to focus the Plo to the 2, I'm sure. But she does. She gives her 9 on the table. James claims he's got nothing, so Amy gets to go after whoever she wants here. I think it's generally better to go after Phasma on this team just because she's 1 lower, and that 3 special really, really hurts. But I can see an argument being made for either. Also, going after Phasma turns off tactical. So that is what she's doing. So she's going to put a net 8 into Phasma after that shield gets removed. She's then going to bury her Ancient to heal 2 on Plo, which means she can now Saber Pull and either get it back and do it again, or she can pull something else like an Ezra's for redeploy. Fantastic move. So let's see if she goes. She didn't pull the Ancient right away, so she must be, yep, looking for Ezra's is what she pulls. So she can smack that right back down on Plo for 0 cost. Seems there's just some discussion over whether or not that is legal, but it is because Plo does not have a weapon on him. So I'm sure that's what she's going to do when she gets done with her shuffle. So James cuts, and that's what she does. She drops the redeploy Ezra's lightsaber on Plo, which is really good. With the action cheating in James' deck, it's very potentially a dead Plo before Amy can even do anything about it. So getting the redeploy there to maintain her value was a smart move. Because all James needs is a Phasma special, and that's all she wrote for Plo. So a quick draw or a tactical here, and it could be a dead Plo. Okay, so it is James' move. He spins 2. Nope, holds off on the 2. What he does, he spins a 2. He's going to put down a weapon then, which is the, what's he going to put? Holdout. Okay, so I'm sure he'll activate Phasma, which he does. And Phasma rolls in with, wow, 2 specials, a disrupt, and then $1 on the holdout. So that's a dead Plo, which actually makes Phasma's only worth a 2 on the Padawan. So Amy does have $2 though. Let's see what she does for, see if she has any removal. Also, Amy drops the Force Illusion, which does not save Plo, but it's actually a good play because it makes James burn both of his Phasma die. So James is thinking here. Disrupts. Makes sense, try to get use out of those Phasma die. But Amy's going to force his hand. Here comes Plo. And she's really going to force his hand because Plo just rolled 5 damage. So that'll be a dead Plo. Amy pops for 1. She loses a guard, an overconfidence, and a guard. And then that's a dead Plo. Amy will redeploy the Ezras onto the already loaded Padawan, which makes sense. And then for her action, so she has 2 CQAs in her hand, a lightsaber pull, and a dagger mortis. Here comes the Padawan, which rolls melee, melee, and then the special on Ezra. So that's 4 damage showing. That is a dead Phasma. That's lethal for Phasma. James will probably slow play here to try to get the redeploy usage. And Amy may also try to resolve all of her dice before killing Phasma. But Phasma has to go down this round so that James can't do a repeat of what he's already done this round. James will just take that dollar, I'm sure, and try to... I mean, it's pretty amazing he was able to roll out Phasma and get all of her dice before Amy even got dice into the pool. So James plays friends in low places. I'm going to take a look at Amy's hand. He's not going to like what he sees here. So he's going to lose 2 cards no matter what he does. So what goes away 1 CQA, but Amy's going to drop his hand here. Or sorry, not drop his hand, but take 2 cards from his hand to leave him with 1 card. So she may be stalling here, considering whether or not to roll on the Padawan for the extra potential melee. But probably if she does that, then James will just play a card. He doesn't have any money though, so he may not be able to. These two are kind of chess matching here to not kill Phasma right away. So yep, Amy CQA, she'll take 2 cards. Gets a holdout, an all art holdout, and a swiftness. So James takes the dollar, makes sense. Amy rolls in her Padawan. With a focus, not a bad deal. So she can put 3 unblockable into Boba here and use up some actions. Maybe force James to not get the extra usage out of his holdout. Okay, so 2 into Phasma does redeploy, so now James can roll in that extra die. Alright, here comes Boba. With a great roll. Wow, 4 ranged. He's got 2 on Boba with the +2 on the holdout, and then he has a 2 melee on Boba. So he can put 6 into a Padawan. Amy focuses to the +2 on the Vibro. James puts 2 into the loaded Padawan. And then Amy puts 3 unblockable into Boba. James puts 4 into the loaded Padawan, who has 1 health left, which will allow Amy to claim. Being ahead may not help her a ton versus this action sheety deck, but 1 shield's 1 shield. Alright, so going into round 3, Amy has 8 health left on the table, 9 effective with the shield, and James has 8 health, or 9 effective with the shield. So it's 1-to-1, however, that Padawan. So Amy drops the Dagger Mortis for 1 overwrites, which she's expecting that Padawan to die, so she's just trying to maintain her value that she has out there, which seems like a reasonable play. It does give initiative away, but if James had a quick draw, or, well, I guess Tactical is dead, but he also plays Swiftness, so James has a couple ways to action cheat and would have killed that Padawan, so I think maintaining value is a nice play. But he doesn't action cheat in, so he just drops the L30, rolls in Boba, who rolls pretty well. So Boba rolls a 2 melee, we get the 2-for-1 on the holdout, we get a 1 gun on the L30, and then Boba's actually sitting with a resource. Amy will Way of the Light, the Boba villain die, to remove the 2 melee. But now if James has bait and switch, he can do some work here. Does he have it? He does. He has bait and switch, so, and he has $1 to pay for the holdout, so he's gonna put 2 into the Padawan and then 3 into the other Padawan. So 4 health Padawan versus the 9 effective on Boba. However, James is out of dollars, out of dice, so it's Amy's turn to go to work here. She rolls in her Padawan and misses. Blank, blank, and a shield. James will friends in low. That's really probably just to take away Amy's pitches to reroll here. James is lamenting about something, but doesn't discard it. He gets rid of the lightsaber. It's a Force Illusion is what it is. It's a Force Illusion. So that can actually save Amy potentially from a quick action cheat next round. So she pitches her heirloom to reroll. And doesn't, it's not horrible, but it's not what she needed. So she gets a 1 melee on the Padawan, a gun on Ezra's, and a shield on the dagger. And James claims, which is dangerous. He gets to go first. So if he draws the right combo and rolls okay, that Padawan can disappear next round before Amy has a chance to do anything. So Amy's got the Force Illusion left in her hand, and she's debating here, I think, whether to reroll. She'd have to roll. She actually can't. She could get the 2 on the Padawan, the +3, and then on the dagger, and then the 2, which is not enough. That's only 7. So, but she does pitch to reroll. And she gets, it decreases her board state. She gets exactly the same thing, except she loses her shield on the dagger. So going to round 4, if James gets his action cheats, that's all she wrote, folks. And Amy is out of Force Illusion now. What's James gonna do? He plays the quick draw, pays 2, another L30. So unless he can't pay for anything, but the only pay side is the holdout, and all he needs is 4 damage. So he's gonna roll in with ambush. See if he can do it. And he does. So he rolls the two. He rolls, wow, 2 melee on both of Boba's dice, which is 4. That's enough to kill the Padawan. That is game. That is it. So congratulations to James. This was game 1. We'll be back with 2 more games, and thank you for watching.